Hey, Larsen here, welcome to a new Synthesize Sunday episode. So this is a chapter from my Noisia start to finish masterclass that you can reach here. And this is the transition FX that Noisia uses a lot. How cool. Let's jump into it. Okay, so this 4 bars long part is really nice. So let's duplicate it. And I don't want to use this vocal thing at the end of the 8th bar. And want to switch things after the 8th bar to a different kind of bass shot or something like that. But when we get to this section, I mean to the end of the 8th bar, I want to add something that Noisia does a lot. So let's go to the audio effect rack. And what I want to do is add a high pass filter. So we're going to high pass this thing along with some delay. Okay, so let's go to delay. And what I want to do with the delay is to make it really short. So I want to give it a metallic kind of resonance kind of thing when we get to the end of this section. But I want to modulate or I want to control everything with one macro knob. So let's map the frequency of the cutoff to the macro knob along with the time and the feedback. So we want a really long feedback in order to create a high frequency resonance kind of thing. So right now, this is the sound effect that we are looking for or we want to do. So this is not what we are looking for. So we need to modify a few things. So for the maximum, I obviously don't want to go up this high because this is too much. We won't be able to hear anything. We just want to go up to about, I don't know, 1.5 kilohertz or something like that. This is still a little too much, but it will be fine during the modulation. So the next thing is modulating the feedback because you don't want to go infinite. So feedback, let's pull it back to about 80. And obviously I don't want to start from 0. So let's crank it up to about 40 or 50 maybe. Okay, and the next problem is the delay time. So let's set it from 12 milliseconds to about 15 milliseconds, sorry, 17 milliseconds. So we are going to start with a really high resonance and we are going to make it a little longer. Okay, this is really nice, but there is a problem here. As we get to the maximum part of the modulation, you know, with the macro knob, we lose lots of gain. So let's add a utility tool. Come on, what are you doing? Utility tool. And also let's control it with macro 1. But this time I want to, you know, modulate only the gain. And I don't want to go to minus infinity, but I want to start it from 0. And I just want to add about 3 decibels. Okay, this is really nice. And there is one more thing. You know, when you use a high pass filter, it cuts frequencies from 26 Hertz. And this is fine. You probably won't be able to hear anything. But with this thing that you leave a high pass filter on the basses, it can create some very weird phasing problems like phase push effect. And that is not good. You only want to activate this freaking high pass filter when you want to use that. And how to do it? It's very, very simple. Again, click on the map button and right click on the on off button of the high pass filter and modulate it with macro 1 with the same thing. Now, let's start with 1 and let's finish it with 0. Okay, so as you can see, when we on 0, the high pass filter is deactivated, but as long as you move it with even 1 value, it turns on. Okay, so from this point, your high pass filter will not affect your low end at all until you really want to activate that effect that we are making now. And that is a good thing because, you know, when you activate this effect, you don't really want to have too much low end because you just want to have this weird resonance kind of thing. Now, the same with the delay, because obviously you don't want to have delay on your basses when you don't want to use this effect. So the same thing here. Where is it? Device on delay. So start with 1 and finish it with 0. So this will not be active until you move the macro knob. Boom, very cool. And the only thing that we want to do now is to, you know, draw in your modulation. So for example, from this section, let's go to almost to the maximum, but you will see how you want to do it. Let's add some ramp to it. Yeah, pull it back a little to the end. It's almost like talking oh, oh, ah, ah, Okay, very nice. So if you are hungry for more Noisia style sound design and production techniques, check my academy here for a full masterclass for full start to finish course, building up a huge Noisia style neuro drum bass track. I hope you enjoyed this, guys. Peace!